Pastor.
Hello.
What are the different types of marriages found in the world? Why is it important to classify them?
Okay, thank you so much for that important question. Well, there are different kinds of marriages. Actually, every marriage is different from the other, very unique, but we can classify them into three groups. We have the traditional or cultural marriages, we have the postmodern type of marriages, and now for the believers, we have the kingdom kind of marriages. Now, the cultural or traditional marriage rely more on culture and the traditions in the past, and some people who are very conservative still practice those beliefs and traditions, and so they are very conservative and not very progressive in nature. We find like men, some cultures where there is a polygamy is allowed, and man can have many wives, and a man is considered the sole provider and also the ruler of the home. The home exists because of him, and everything revolves around him, and whatever he wants is what is done. We have the postmodern marriages, and these are kind of marriages that are coming up. They are talking about equality. They try to make it not have one clear leader, and they incline more on the feminist ideology, where there is a lot of equality and power struggles in the marriage, and most of them are found in the West, but also even in developed worlds, we're having many of the marriages now subscribing to the postmodern ideology. And lastly, we have the kingdom marriage model. This is now what is based on the Word of God, and this is the timeless wisdom of God that surpasses and transcends every generation. It is applicable in the traditional settings and even in the postmodern world, because the values of the marriage are enshrined in the Word of God, and the couples use the wisdom of God, where Christ is the head of the marriage. The man is submitted to Christ, and the woman is submitted to the man, supporting his vision and the mission of that marriage to be fulfilled. So that it's not about any individual doing whatever they want, but everybody working to glorify and honor the King, who is Jesus in our life. And so in a kingdom marriage, there is less strife, because all of us are glorifying the King, and we already know what is the right thing to do. In case the man does something that is not right, he can accept correction from the wife, because they subscribe to the same word in the Bible, which is neutral. In a traditional setting where the man's will hold sway, if it may be abused by many men to oppress the woman, like most of the African cultures were very oppressive to the woman. And in the postmodern era now, to try to correct what was happening in the cultural or traditional setting, most of the marriages and the laws are favoring the woman and also being oppressive to the man. And because of that, many marriages are not working in the modern era, because they are subscribing to the postmodern ideology, which is not of God. Now, the importance of classifying these marriages is for you to understand the attributes and the mistakes you are doing. Many Christians are born again, yet they are living in a traditional setting or living in a postmodern setting. By understanding the attributes of the postmodern, the traditional, and the kingdom marriage, it becomes easy to solve any problem as a counselor, because the problem lies in us not subscribing to the kingdom way of thinking and reflecting the values that God requires us to do. So it's very important, and I find it very necessary to explain this to many people. Immediately you explain to them the different kinds of marriages, they now understand where they are going wrong. And the moment they begin to ascribe to the kingdom way of thinking and of doing things, you discover many problems are already solved. just by understanding. Because in the laws of manifestation, we have the law of reflection. The first and most important law in life is what are you reflecting? What is the image that in your mind that you are reflecting in your life? So the moment we have the right image, which is God and his ways, it is easy to reflect it in our life and in our marriages. So those who have the image, the traditional image, they begin to reflect traditional way of doing marriage, and you find that it is in variance with the realities of life currently. That one makes it impossible for it to be practical, because it relies on the truths that were in only possible in the past. Yes, I hope that is clear.
Wow, that is very important for every marriage to understand.